Hello, Princess on a Pillow here. I am here to do a review slash recap with my opinion on 90 Day Fiance The Other Way, Season 6, Episode 7. It's titled A Risky Business. Let's get started. First couple, James and Matilda. So the father is teaching James how to make banana chips. It's back-breaking work. You have to bend over a long table full of chips and grated cheese on every single chip. That's killer on your back. They would have to give me a swivel stool to sit on. But of course, James messed it up. He grated too much cheese on the chips. Then James and the mother had a race to see who could bag the chips faster. And of course, James lost. Then he had to seal the bags, and he did a pretty good job with that. Hopefully, he'll get proficient at it because it's the only job skill he has. James does not think the profit is good enough to live off. What he needs to do is he needs to learn the skill really, really well, go back to the States, open up his own business and make banana chips and raise the profit. That's what he has to do. Sell the chips at a high profit. So next they're all sitting around the table eating banana chips, and James actually loves the chips. The chips taste good to him. So Matilda told her parents, Matilda told her parents that they are moving to Indonesia, and the parents are happy. They want them to move. They don't want to be around their kids and their grandkids, and they want help with the business, so they're happy. So they discussed with the parents if the banana chips business is profitable enough to support them. And then they told the parents how much they have in debt. The father told them that he'll think about how to solve their debt problems. James told them that he does not want to be a burden on them. But that's why you're there, is to be a burden on them. You have no job, you have no money, you have nowhere to live, and you're in debt. So you're there to be a burden on them. The father told them that children are the parents' responsibility. The father told them that once we get you out of debt, don't take out any more loans. James not agreeing with that. James was like, what? You have to take out loans. That's what life's about, loans. He's telling them, no, you don't owe the bank. Don't owe the bank nothing. If you owe the bank will always control you. James was like, I need a car. I need clothes. This. You got to take out loans. So he's talking, and Matilda is translating for the parents. She's translating everything James is saying. So James is looking at her like, wait a minute. Stop translating. Talk to your parents. Tell them what our situation is. And she starts to cry. I'm trying to translate. I'm trying to think of how to translate what you're saying to them. He's like, don't translate. Talk to your parents. Tell them the situation. And she starts to cry. She starts to bawl. She puts her head down and she's crying. She's crying like she's at a funeral. Or she took it to another level. So her mother comes over to comfort her, and she grabs onto her mother, hugs her mother, and they say, Mom, I'm sorry. I don't want to be a burden on you all. And she's just bawling all out. So then the father, he's tired of her crying. So he comes over to her and he said, kiss your mother's feet and ask for thanks and ask for forgiveness. So she does it. Her mother sits down on a chair. She gets down on her hands and knees, grabs her mother's feet, start kissing her mother's feet and asking for thanks for forgiveness. In the meantime, James is standing there looking like, what the hell is going on? Because he doesn't know what's happening. He has no clue what's going on. You know why he doesn't have a clue what's going on? Because he doesn't know the language, and he had 5 years to learn the language, and he doesn't know the language. That's why he doesn't know what the hell is going on. I tell you, James, you're a sorry son of a gun. James said he doesn't know what's going on. He said he doesn't even know why Matilda is crying, because all he did was say, talk to your parents. Tell them what's going on. Tell them our situation. And she just starts to cry. So he doesn't understand what the hell she's crying about. He said, I feel alone and confused. Next up, oh, we have a new couple. Fresh meat, fresh meat. Okay, Sean and Joanne. Sean is 38 years old from Ireland. I think he has fake teeth. His teeth look too white, too straight, too perfect. They just look too perfect. I think they're fake. I think his teeth are fake. Sean said he like American Italian MILFs. MILFs is mom I'd like to F. Joanne is 43 years old. She's from Long Island, New York. She has two boys, 18 years old and 12 years old. She was married for 11 years. She's now divorced. We found out that Joanne can't cook. Everything she cooks, she burns. Everything she cooks, she burns. She said she is a psychic medium, a Reiki healer, and a life coach. She met Sean when he contacted her for a reading. She wasn't able to read him. She wasn't able to tap into his aura or whatever and read him. So she was like, wait a minute. Why can't I read this guy? It must be love. So they started to talk. And they became a couple. After 9 months, she flew to Ireland to meet her man. And they hit it off very well. We find out that Sean has a young daughter. We also found out that Joanne is taking her sons. In a couple of weeks, she's taking her sons to Ireland to meet Sean for the very first time. She wants to move to Ireland, but she can't take the boys with her. The boys can't move to Ireland with her because she shares custody with their father. So she plans on spending 1 month. When she moves to Ireland, she's planning on spending 1 month in Ireland, then 2 weeks in New York. That's a lot of traveling. That's a lot of plane fare. That's a lot of traveling back and forth and a lot of money for plane fare. So next, Joanne FaceTime with Sean, and we found out that they're married. They've been married for 2 years, and nobody knows. None of her family knows. Her sons don't know. Her mother, nobody knows. And they've been married for 2 years. Earlier, her oldest son had said, what if we don't like Sean? He had said that. What if we don't like Sean? And she said, well, I've never put you in an uncomfortable position or situation. It's too late for him not to like Sean. Sean is now his stepfather. Joanne told us that they got married on her 3rd trip to Ireland. And now she's stressed about how to tell everybody that she's been married for 2 years. Joanne told Sean that she don't know if she can move to Ireland if her boys don't like him. Then she shouldn't have married him until after the boys met him. She's doing things backwards. That's crazy. Joanne said in her confessional that she's a mom first and their needs come before hers. I don't think so. If that's the case, then how come you went to another country, married a man that nobody knows, your sons don't know, never met, and who is now their stepfather, and they also have a stepsister they have never met, they don't know. So how come they come first? You're not putting them first. You didn't put them first. So, I mean, that's not putting them first. Next up, we have Corona and Ingi. So it's a holiday in Iceland called Bunday. On this day, you wake up your family by spanking their butt. Corona told us that Ingi is now warming up to her because when he picked her up from the airport, he was really cold and standoffish. And I think it was because of the cameras. I think he wasn't used to the cameras in his face. But she said now he's warming up. She's not getting the cold shoulder no more. So they go out to get some delicious buns that are sweet and filled with all kinds of delicious gooey stuff. It looked good too. So Corona found out that she passed her nursing test. So now she has to get her nursing license and enrolled in midwifery school. And her hair is looking crusty. Who's gonna help her fix her hair? But I'm not feeling Corona. I don't like her. She talks too much and she's not very interesting to me. She told Ingy that there are times when she wanted to pop off on him, but she's been biting her tongue. Poor Ingy. He told her that if she pop off, he will make her laugh. She told him that's a mistake, and you've been warned. That's what she told him. So now Ingy is terrified. He's terrified. If I were Ingy, I would send her butt right back to the States. I would, because you can't tell me that you're going to pop off on me if you get angry at me. You're an adult. Have some self-control. Don't pop off. Have self-control. Who the hell do you think you are? Anyway, last but not least, Dempsey and Statler. So they are in a taxi and they're on their way to get the van. Dempsey said even though Statler is stressed about the van life, she thought Statler would be happy to see her. And she should be happy to see her girlfriend. They haven't seen each other in months. But no, Statler is an ass. She's a total ass. And the reason Statler is not only stressed about the van life, she is resenting Dempsey because she had to do this last, but she didn't have to. She's resenting Dempsey because of this change. That's why she's not happy to see Dempsey, because she's resenting her. The thing is though, they're dating, they're girlfriends. They weren't gonna do this long distance thing forever, so somebody was gonna move. Either Dempsey was gonna move to the States, sell all her crap, and move to the States, or Statler was going to sell all her crap and move to England. So regardless of how the van life or no van life, somebody was going to have to make a major move. So I don't understand why Statler is being an ass. Something major was going to have to happen, because they weren't going to date long distance like that forever. So anyway, they're waiting for the van to show up, and Dempsey apologized to Statler for telling her to F off. Because they were arguing in the taxi, and Dempsey had told her to F off. So the van shows up, and immediately Statler criticizes it. She goes, that van, the wheels are too small for that van. How is that the wheels pulling that big old van, or some nonsense like that, she said. But Dempsey is still happy and excited. So they go into the van, they check it all out, and it's quite tiny. As far as I'm concerned, it's tiny. But it has a kitchen, has a bathroom, shower, toilet. And after checking it out, Statler said, this is very nice. She said, I think I can live here. She is finally getting on board. I mean, she's young. She doesn't have any kids. She has a job where she can work from anywhere in the world. I mean, she can just relax and have fun. What is stopping her from getting in a van and traveling all around Europe? If she gets tired of it, take her butt back to the States. That's all she got to do, is take her butt back to the States. But relax and have fun. Travel the world. You're young. You have no commitment to any kids or anybody. Relax. She's just I couldn't deal with Statler. No way I could deal with that chick. Anyway, that was the end of the episode. This is the end of my review. Thank you so very much for watching. Princess on a Pillow here. Bye.